The goal is done, ticked off, yay. If you don't achieve it, nay. But that's it. Like, I don't have a lot of time to record, so let's hope this actually works. Let's actually just start with the intro. Hi, welcome back to Traffic Talks. My name is Pyro. I hope you're doing well, and also that you've done all the homework, because guys, I'm not a teacher, but wow, do I give a lot of homework the last while. Yeah, it's been crazy. So let's just get on with business. Let's give you what you came for. So today's episode is about taking action steps towards your future, because last week we looked at what we actually want, and this week we're going to break it down into an action plan that you can actually break down month by month, week by week for the year. So we got a lot to do. Let's just head straight in. So in doing this for you, I'm going to be honest, I'm helping you prepare. But I'm also helping myself, because I am my own test dummy. I have to do this as well. So we're all in misery here. It's okay, but just it's worth it in the end. Trust me. This is like future me speaking to you in the past, because I've done this. I've seen the results. It's worth it. It's just effort, which I'm sorry, but you got to put in what you get out. Anywho, the point is, if you've been doing your homework, you would have made time and effort to do these things. You would have made your 20% lists. You would have made your areas of life, which was the optional extra. So extra credit to you if you did. You would have done your life vision. So once you actually have all those things written down and ready to go, you'll actually see the beauty of it, because that was the dream. Now we're going to actually take action steps to turn it into a reality. So get your homework and let's get cracking. If you had written down your life vision, it would have either been done in essay format, meaning like sentences, or bullet points, which are much easier to work off of. If not, that's fine. Just get out a new page and get settled, because this is what we're going to do. So you're going to take your life vision and you're going to write down everything that future you is doing. So if you have your bullet points or your sentences, cool, turn that into just shorter pieces or just copy paste. If not, write it out and be as deep as possible. So for example, if you have a certain job, write down that job and what you do. If you have a certain car, write down the make and model of the car. If you have a certain amount of money in savings, write down that amount. Same for retirement, emergency fund, every single thing. Be as specific as possible. So everything you envisioned your future self is doing, write that down. Even things your future self has. Don't be crazy and write down a flying car. No. This car, this make, this model. If a newer one comes out, go back, adjust, move on with your life. But be as specific as possible. So one thing I think I forgot to mention last week, which I made a note of, was specify the habits your future self also has. So like I said with your job, write down the job title and what you do for that job. You have your home, and these are things you do in your home. Do you have a dishwasher? So do dishes in the evening. Load it at night and let it run overnight. Do you have a washing machine that's a washer dryer? Put in a load at night, let it do it overnight, hang it out in the morning, or transfer it to the other machine, or whatever. Write down those habits as far as possible as well, even if it's one that you are wanting to start that your future self has that you don't currently do. For example, you aren't sure what exercises your future self will do, but you do know your future self is going to exercise 5 times a week. You do know your future self is going to have a deep skincare routine that they follow. Write it down, even if it's not clear. Like I did mention last time, sometimes the images is going to be funny, but you have a hint. Write that down as far as possible. Write it all down. And the best thing to also add to this list is future rewards your future self will have. So if every Friday after work you go get a milkshake from a drive-through place on your way home, write that down. Every Friday get milkshake from random place or whatever. Write it down. So I'm gonna give you a little pause, and then I will explain how to break things down further while you do that. And we are back. So now that you have your vision written down as deeply and as in-depth as possible, you are going to take all those points and move them to the correct place. So you're going to take out 2 new pages. I know it's a lot of pages. And on one page, you are going to write habits, and on the other one, you are going to write goals. So some of them might overlap, or you might not know where to put them exactly. So here's a simple tip to figure it out. If your item has a fixed outcome, it is a goal. If it is continuous, it is a habit. Let me give you an example. A lot of people are like, I'm gonna lose weight for New Year's. Great. A goal is to lose 10 kilos. Let's just say that. A habit is exercising 3 to 5 times a week because it's continuous. Do you see the difference? Reaching a certain number is a goal. Doing a habit several times over is continuous. That is how you will figure out where it goes. So figure out what you want and put them on those 2 pages, just so that you know exactly what you need to get done and what you need to constantly do. Because as we know, consistency is key. So I'm gonna give you another minute or 2 to do that. Go do the exercise. I'll wait. Great. So now that you've done this, take your habit page and put it to the side. That's next week's worries. Literally just relax. Pull the goals page to the front of you because that is what we're working on this week. So goals are things you want to achieve that have a fixed outcome, and you will be working on them consistently until they are achieved, and then they're done. Okay? Like I said, if you want to lose 10 kilos, once you reach the 10, the goal is done, ticked off, yay. If you don't achieve it, nay, but that's it. Like putting a certain amount of money in savings. That is a goal to reach that amount of money. With goals, luckily, you can either do them actively or more passively. For example, with the money thing, you can save money by reworking your budget, putting a certain amount of money into that savings account, and you will eventually reach it by whatever date you set for yourself based on how much you are saving to reach that goal. Simple. Passive. You're not really doing much. However, you can choose to find a side hustle, get a second job, do something to earn an extra income, and then that money you can put into savings. You can sell stuff. I mean, secondhand stuff you're not using. Anything that you can actively do to make money to reach that goal is another way of reaching it, but you are more active. You are working on it. You're not just like sitting back and it's like, it'll get there eventually, I'm not really doing much. Both of those are fine, and that's up to you how to tackle your goals. But this is just showing you that there are different ways to tackle goals that you want to achieve based on how desperately you want to achieve that goals. So get your goals, rewrite them on a new page, once again a lot of paper I know, and sort them from the most important to the least important. And it doesn't matter how much you have, write them down. This is going to be a very difficult task because sometimes it's like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. You're not going to get to everything this year, trust me. No, maybe, I could be wrong, but probably not. So if you could take your goals and tap on them with a magic wand and be like, if I achieve this goal, my life will change infinitely. Put that at the top and go down the list and sort them from the most important that will make the most impact on your life to the least. And then you only focus on the first 3. That's it. 2 is best, but if the third one might be able to get done this year, cool, do that. Now, this is because Rome was not built in a day. Focusing on one thing at a time gets things done. You focus on too many things, you're going to drop the ball, nothing gets done, you're going to give up, you're going to be sad. No, don't do that. Take each goal and apply the 12-week rule. So go research the book. It's incredible, but simply 12 weeks is the perfect sweet spot to achieve your goals. Take the goal, break it down into actionable steps, meaning write down every single thing you will need to do in order to achieve that goal and spread those tasks up over the next 12 weeks and then start actively working on it. Once you've completed that goal, do the same to the next goal. Focus on one, not too many, trust me. This is important. Focus only on that one goal and work it till it's done, and then move on to the next. I will say, I'm not your mother. If you can handle doing multiple things at once, great, go for it. Just be warned, one is better. Just focus on the one. If they are possible to achieve multiple at once, good luck, but you do you. So, to wrap up this ramble, as I said at the top of this episode, I did this for myself. I broke down my goals, I figured out which ones I wanted to achieve, and I chose 3, and I've already started working on the first one. I know what I need to do each week, and hopefully my hard work will pay off. I do know I am being very cryptic, but hopefully I'll have an update for you by April, where I can reveal what this whole thing was about, and that will mark the end of Q1, which stands for quarter 1. If you read the book, you'll know, but that's the first 12 weeks of the year. So 12-week rule, 12-week goals. Just trust me, it'll work. The song of this week is Try by Matt Terry, and if you haven't heard his voice, it is incredible. Go listen to the song. And the reason I chose the song, because lyrically, it's always just lyrics that hit deep. There's one line in the song, I think it's in the chorus actually, it's like, or the pre-chorus, where it's like, I just want to see you try. And that is kind of the key in life. In more modern terms, people are just like, mess around and find out. But honestly, same thing. That is basically the modern way of tackling it, you know? I just want to see you try this. Mess around, see if it works, if not, move on. And that is literally life. Life is trial and error. You're going to try something, if it doesn't work, if it does, great. And then you move on. So that is literally what I always say every week. Like, keep being a better being. If you keep trying, you're not failing. So, I mean, this horse just needs to live. I can't keep beating it like it's dead. So I'm going to get off and go. Keep being a better being and keep trying to be a better being. And I'll see you in next week's episode. Love you. Bye.